What's going on, guys? This is Shinigami. Welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to talk about a somewhat important topic early on in the game, especially if you're just starting on a new server, you recently started, or actually applies to every level, but this is something that you might come across very early on in the game. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So today I wanted to talk about gear. And by gear I mean this, and that. Everything between Iron, Edge, Transcendence. I've never even heard of those. Elite, I even forgot this exists. Fighter, General, King, the other King. This is all garbage. It's just, don't look at it. It's trash. You'll never need it. Don't build it. If anything, for King's gear, you'll need some of it later on in the game when you're trying to work on your farming generals, because some of them actually, except the ring, some of them have gather speed buffs. This is what you might need them for, but beyond that, just don't build those. I see those get built all the time, and it's just a waste. It's a waste of material. It's not much, but it's still a waste nonetheless. Waste of material, waste of refining stones, waste of gold to upgrade the stars on them. And I've done that, and I think I actually built my King's gear very much later on just to test it out, and I put it on one of my farming generals, if I could find it. So on a Jindok, there we go. So ore gathering speed, stone gathering speed. It was just an experiment. It's actually a lot faster than like a general without any gear or with other types of gear. I found this cheap and interesting, but I doubt I'll use it. I rarely farm, to be honest. I just don't do it anymore. It's not worthwhile. Now to piggyback, yes, this is like the only use you could find is in your King's gear. Anything beyond that, just like don't even look at it. Don't think it's nothing. I mean, 8%, 5%, 12%, 15. It's really nothing. You might as well just wait till you get to K30 or even 32. At K30 you'll unlock your dragon gear, and at 32 you'll unlock your Achaemenid gear, and at 33 you will be able to upgrade your dragon gear to Ares gear, and you can see it's a big difference. It's also a big difference when it comes to refining. So let me show you a good example. So this is your dragon gear average. These are just scraps I have. So you see it takes 100 refining stones to refine 700,000 gold, and the maximum you can get is 20%. All right, now I'm not saying don't build dragon gear. Definitely build dragon gear. You won't need gear that early on in the game. I mean, even if you do, it's pretty easy to get to K30 within a week or two if you're coining a little bit. If you're coining a lot, it takes you a day. If you're not coining at all, maybe, I don't know, a month or two. If you really hustle, you can actually get to K30 pretty easily these days. But if you build them, you don't necessarily need to max out the refines on your dragon gear, because once you get to 32 and you upgrade them, again, 1 to 20%, and it costs you 100 refining stones and 700 gold. Now, compared to Ares, if you look at this, it's 200 refined stones, 1 million, but you can actually get up to 25%, which ultimately all of your dragon gear will turn into Ares gear, because it's just once you unlock Ares, dragon is obsolete. And before Ares, you're gonna unlock Achaemenid gear, which is even better than Ares gear. And for example, let's go here. It is also 25, but the basic buffs and debuffs are great, and you'll find yourself at that stage. You'll find yourself mixing your gear I think my best example would be this Simeon. I had him Achaemenid and Ares for a long time, and then when I got some of those new civilization gears, I just went in and mixed and matched the best ones that I thought worked best. But yes, for the longest time, you're probably gonna have a mix of Ares and Achaemenid gear at the same time. So basically, in conclusion, what I'm saying is don't build anything below dragon. If you do build dragon gear and you think you will be upgrading your keep soon, don't even bother refining and wasting it. I mean, it's very easy to come by refined stones these days. If you coin just a little bit, you can actually get a bunch. But if you're trying to like max out the refines on every single piece of multiple sets, it will cost you a lot of gold and refining stones. So it's better to have a strategy on how to go about doing that, and try to not do those mistakes that me and other players might have done. We wasted time and money trying to, like, you know, get everything maxed out as soon as possible. Then we get the next thing, and then the next thing, and the next thing, and it feels like it went to waste. Hopefully this strategy should help you be more efficient in building your gear. And again, I think dragon gear is like an average of 20 to 22%. Ares is between 22 to 30%, not a huge difference, but the refines make a difference, and that's why you don't want to refine it when it's dragon, because you can actually get that extra buffs, and they do add up across 6 gears, 4 refines each. That's a potential additional 20% refine buff on each single piece of gear. Achaemenid is even more. It's 35 to 45, even, well, you see the march speed, that's march speed 60, but between 35 and 45 at least. And you also get the 25% refines. The game standard remains to be Ares and Achaemenid, even though civilization gear is out. There's no way to go back and obtain missing gears if you didn't buy them when they were there. I mean, I actually missed one piece on the first set, and that's the only set I really wanted, and I didn't realize that I missed the leg armor. I actually wanted to get that, but there's no way to get it. Even if I want to like pay money and get it, there's no way to get it. So I can't really consider this as a standard. Also, a good chunk of players already have 1 or 2 of them. Some of them have the whole sets. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a standard yet. So with that said, try to be responsible, I want to say, with building your gear. Because another reason actually is, if you build a bunch of dragon gear and a bunch of king's gear, you actually won't have any use for them. And even if you disassemble them, you won't get as much of the gold and the materials that you put in them. Keep in mind that you might need a set or 2 of Ares, maybe 3 at most. You can build a whole battalion of, you know, monster killing generals and have Ares on all of them. But at the end, Achaemenid is actually the best. Anyhow, without making the video much longer and going too much into details, because this subject can spread like wildfire and you can go in different directions. Anyhow, that's all I have for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.